got an appetite, let's bake ourselves a treat. What you've been mixing, serve it up the way you please. I love the way you shake, you stir, you heat, you squeeze. So thick, push up and butter me.
So poke that, push that, shake that, smack that, mix that, help that, marinate that. We don't need a recipe.
Preheat this oven up like 5,000 degrees. It's almost ready, we've been craving this all week. Baby, you want it, I got it. I'm hooked on you like phonics. Gotta be honest, you're on it.
Get the cash and take my family out the hood, that's a must. Was a hood baby with no soldiers. Bad past never left my mind, it's taking over. No, I should've died, that's why it's hard to stay sober. Glad to see the sun, but my heart getting colder. Life's so crazy, what we been through. When you die, the only time that they gon' miss you. Told my mama no more tears, no more tissue. We was just some hood baby with some issues. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. Glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. I'm glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Pull up in that rain, see me ballin', yeah. 30 feet on my wrist like I'm Harden. Either they love me or I'm a target. Cause the eyes on me is flawless. I've been busy and picking up when you callin'. And on purpose, I hate the fact we ain't talking. But anything that you need, dog, I got you, I mean that. All this pressure make it hard not to relapse. Build up aggression, make it hard for me to relax.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome again to another Bonnet Chronicles with your boy James Williams. DJ Exclusive is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Good to see your bright, smiling faces. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I hope everybody is doing well. This morning, we're going to be discussing Mental Health Awareness Month. That's this month. The end of this month, but I think mental health awareness is something that should be going on year-round because we definitely need it. So today, I want to hear from y'all and see how y'all are doing. Myself personally, I would say I'm a 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10, And I say that because, life sometimes gets you down, but what can you do? But pull yourself up by your bootstraps and keep on going on. That was the lesson that we used to get taught back in the day when I was coming up, But things are rough. Things are tough, man. Groceries, gas, rent, living life, period, is hard. So I want to make sure that all of you are doing good and make sure that community is here. That's the main thing. Boom, get centered there. Making sure that we have community. CEO, good morning to you as well too. So let's get into it. Mental Health Awareness Month has been observed in the U.S. since 1949. Wow. You really wouldn't think so, would you? Every year during the month of May, NAMI, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, joins the national movement to raise awareness about mental health. Together, we fight stigma, provide support, educate the public, and advocate for policies that support the millions of people in the U.S. affected by mental illness. Of course, if you want to read more, you can go to NAMI.org. That's NAMI.org. From there, you can get important health resources and read up on Mental Health Awareness Month. One thing that I found when going through some of this was a video discussing, give me 1 second, mental health awareness and a warning by the Surgeon General. So we'll get into this video first. We'll play this video. And then if you want to call in or join the stream and let's check in and see how you're doing. I say we give everybody maybe a minute so we can get to a good bit of people. We're only going until 10 o'clock this morning, so that way we can get in touch with a lot of people. But I want to hear from you all as well. See how you're doing. So David will drop the link in StreamYard if you do want to join and talk to us, and we can go from there. So let's check out this video from the Surgeon General warning about mental health.
For decades, there's been that Surgeon General's warning on packs of cigarettes. But this morning, for the first time, a new warning about something else, social media and what it means for kids' mental health. Why now for this advisory?
We're issuing this advisory to sound the alarm.
Surgeon General Vivek Murthy says there's not enough evidence to show social media platforms are safe enough for kids and teens.
We see rates of depression and anxiety and suicide and loneliness going up among young people. And I'm concerned that social media is an important driver of that youth mental health crisis. This is the defining public health issue of our time, youth mental health.
Research shows 95% of teens are on social media. More than a third say they're on constantly. And teens spend an average of 3.5 hours each day on these kinds of apps, something research shows can double the risk of experiencing symptoms of depression and anxiety.
The other day, my daughter came up to my wife and I and asked us if she could post a picture on social media.
How old is she?
My daughter is 5 years old. She's actually in preschool, but she's been hearing about this from her friends.
All of the big platforms require users to be at least 13 years old to create accounts, but nearly 40% of kids ages 8 to 12 say they've used social media too. Tech expert Max Stossel sees it in the conversations he's had in the past 6 years with more than 100,000 students, parents, and teachers.
When I started doing this work, I was getting the question, is 16 too young to give my kid a smartphone? Now I'm getting the question, is like third grade too young to give my kid a smartphone?
Stossel recommends 14, but ultimately the right age may be different for different families. You are almost certain to get pushback from tech companies who say they're trying to protect kids. They have age limits in place.
I appreciate that the technology companies have taken some steps to try to keep kids safe, but it hasn't been nearly enough.
The Surgeon General thinks Congress can and should do more to regulate social media companies, the same way safety standards are in place for car seats, for example. And at home, the advisory recommends creating a family media plan together, implementing tech-free zones like at mealtimes, and partnering with other parents with similar philosophies for support.
What's at stake here is our kids and their future, plain and simple.
Here's the thing. The Surgeon General's advisory acknowledges there are good things about teens being on social media, the ability to connect, to have friendships, to find support. We've reached out to the big social media platforms on this, waiting to hear back, but many of them have put some safety precautions in place. Meta, for example, prompts teens to take breaks and has a family center and guides to help people use the platform. It really is a debate for each family. If you're wondering, okay, what is the Surgeon General doing? He tells me that he and his wife plan to wait until their kids are out of middle school to get on those apps. Savannah.
It really is the issue of our time. We think about the Surgeon General and the warning about smoking in the 80s. And this, there's a thread here about a great public health issue that the Surgeon General is weighing in on that we all need to pay attention to.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. And if you could put back up Tiger's comment. Tiger said something that I feel, I'll wait for David to bring that back on screen for me here. Tiger says, I'm at a solid 4 out of 10 mental health right now, in denial and acting like I'm a 7 out of 10. You know what? Shout out to Tiger for that. And I think that is the case with a lot of us, Tiger. I say I'm about a 7. Sometimes it probably acting like, or in actuality, probably a 4, but acting like I'm a 9 or a 10. And I think that's just the way that we handle it. That's the way that we deal with it. So I want to know, how do you guys cope with your mental health? I know during the patron party on Friday, we had a discussion. One of the patrons asked about it. Shout out to the patron who's on us right well now too. That asked us, how do we cope with it? And I think one of the ways that I cope with it, Roller is right. Weed is one way, but music is my outlet, and playing video games and also hanging out with my family. Man, if it wasn't for my family, my gosh, don't know where I would be. So shout out to the family as well too. And other than that, smoking a Black and Mild like you saw, that's what I do. It helps calm my nerves down some. I saw, let's see here. Jago said 1 out of 10 here in Houston. Hot Wheels Abbott in my bathroom got flooded with water from upstairs. Second time and won't be a third. Started coming in my, oh wow, Jago. Sorry to hear about that. And everything could get better. Trust in the process. That's the main thing to say. Trust in the process and believe that it'll get better. And I can't say that it will, but hopefully things will improve. Most of it is believing in yourself and just knowing that you'll be okay. Love you too, Mama. Good morning, Jam Toom. Good to see you. Brian Rodriguez as well too. Kareem, good morning, y'all. Yes, Laney Lou, that's absolutely right too. These chat rooms on these live streams are the only thing that keep me sane. Thank you. You are quite welcome, Laney. And honestly, what also keeps me sane, or what really keeps me grounded, and one reason why we have more shows now, this is my therapy. I love coming on and being able to talk and chill with everyone and see everybody. It makes me feel good. It brings me to a happy place. And I know talking about some of the things that we talk about are very tough and very hard to deal with sometimes. So it's good to have community that understands, that gets the point, and we talk and communicate. And at the patron party, I know that it was supposed to be a karaoke party, but it turned into I guess you can say, event session or a talk session. Because sometimes we need to do that, and that's okay. So we greatly appreciate that. All right, so we do have a few people on today. So let's bring up Tyler first. Tyler, good morning to you, Tyler. Good to see you, young brother. I hope you're doing well. How are you today? What would you say your rating is today?
Right now I'm doing pretty good myself. For me, family, listening to music, movies, just finding like entertainment and hanging out with family and friends. I think that's like my best kind of like outlet. I went to a Twins game yesterday.
Nice.
I went out to eat, and I think those are the kinds of things that I would like to do rather than just kind of sit around on my phone all day.
Right.
Like, I'm not depressed, but I think ever since COVID, it's been, I'm not trying to blame it all on it, but I think there was like a steady increase of me being on it on social media a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that kind of like exacerbated it anyway.
I understand that. And Tyler, you are, if I can say, one of our younger viewers. And you just turned 21 recently, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay. With you being part of the younger generation, as I can say, sometimes I find that the younger generation seems to deal with more depression. And I'm glad to hear you say that you're not depressed. That makes me feel good, because I know some others in your age range that I've talked to personally have been struggling. Yeah, and they are. And through the pandemic, I will say that it's gotten worse, but I think the pandemic set back a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Tyler, and you're finding those outlets, which is an absolutely great thing. Make sure you keep up the good work, Tyler. You know that you have family here always.
Thank you.
If you ever need anything, man, you can reach out to us, and you know that we got you always.
Thank you. I want to say, even as part of like the younger generation, I don't know, I've always kind of confided in like older people, and I've always gravitated towards talking to older people for things, because I don't know, I'm just, I mean, I'm an only child. I'm used to I'm used to that kind of thing anyway, and I think just their advice, even if they may not talk about it on the levels that we do, I think these conversations are really important, and I think they're very much needed.
Absolutely, Tyler. I definitely agree. And Tyler, thank you so much for joining and calling in today, sir. We love you so much, Tyler. All right, coming up next, y'all, one of our friends and family to the show. You know, Tyler's always a friend and family as well. But next up, we have the one, the only Letter Hack in the building. Letter Hack, what's going on, sir? Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, Letterhack. It's good to hear you and good to see. Well, I wish I could see you, but it's good to hear you.
Yeah.
But how are you doing, Letterhack? What would you say your mental health rating is out of 10 this morning?
A 10, 10 and a half.
Awesome. Man, that's good to hear. Now, okay, you're at a 10 and a half. How do you get yourself up to that 10, 10 and a half? What are the steps that you take to make sure that your day will be good and your mental health is well through the day and also through the week?
I'm going to tell you, you already said it. I live stream. I meet with the community. I talk to people. Last night I was online taking calls. It's exactly what you're doing. And then I wake up in the morning and I tune into you. And here we go. Now we're talking. See, we're connecting, right? This is how you do it. You got to connect to people. You got to reach out. It was only a couple weeks ago, Tyler and I were creating a new holiday called Hackner Holiday. And it takes place on his birthday, conveniently.
Right.
It's how we welcome spring from now on.
I like that, and I want all parts of it, okay?
Yeah, exactly. But I wanted to comment quickly on what you were talking about with kids and having phones and social media and being online at an early age.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I wish it wasn't the case, but I think it's time that they start having lessons or courses on this in school, because it's unavoidable. Kids are going to be doing this no matter what, and they need to realize there's a dark side, there's a downside. And you know how it is with your friends where you're like, oh, so-and-so didn't talk to me today. Now I feel depressed. Yep. Well, if you're on Twitter, hey, kid, you know, that's going to be way worse, right? So they need to start educating kids in a way that isn't just teaching them, here's how to use your phone, here's how to interact online. It's how you should feel and how your feelings will get the better of you, right? And how to manage your emotions and stuff like that. So it's bad that they would have to teach them about technology and social media at an early age, but it can be a good thing if they spin it toward, here's how to be, I don't know if mature is the right word, but here's how to manage your emotions. Here's how to keep it in check. And here's how to touch grass. Because that's one of the things they should tell you right away.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, you got a phone. Here's how to turn it off. Here's how to put it away, right? Not here's how to stay connected to it all the time. So I think that there's important things that can be learned there for life, in addition to dealing with the fact that they're going to get connected earlier and earlier, you know, and they're going to be born. It's going to be like baby's first phone and stuff like that, right? Bad. But anyway, I just wanted to say hi and thank you for doing this show. I love this. And I got to have you on my show. I want to have you on for an interview and a drawing very soon.
Oh, most definitely, Letterhack. And thank you so much again. And I'm going to touch on your comments in a few. But before you do, please tell everybody how they can reach you and tune in to the streams. Because, yes, we want to build that up, sir. And I will be there. You let me know when.
Oh, great. Yeah. Well, check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/theletterhack. Every Monday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, I'm doing live interviews with lefty media personality types, and I'm drawing them live. I've had Ben on there. I've had Rebecca on there. So I got to get you on there. I'm booked and busy for a while, but I can make time. You tell me what works for you, and we'll make it happen.
I got you. We will definitely be in touch because I cannot wait. Letterhack does some of the best drawings and art that I've ever seen, and he's been rocking with us for years. And Letterhack, just let me be the first to tell you, we greatly appreciate you and we love you and thank you for everything that you have done and that you are doing for us and for the community. We greatly appreciate you.
Same here, my man. I really do appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, talk to you soon, Letterhack. Thank you so much again. Letterhack touched on a few great points, man. Nowadays, the kids are coming out of the womb with the phone in their hands. And I think at this juncture in our lives, it is what it is. And I think we are at that point where this is something that should be started to teach in classrooms, just so kids are aware of the dangers that can come, but also not only the dangers, the needfulness and the helpfulness of it as well too. Yes, Zozo Bob, the younger generation is exposed so much social media that it's toxic too. Yes, it is. There are so many trends that come out on a daily basis that kids try to do. It's sometimes scary. I know that I've seen my nieces and my nephew give them the phone, off to the races. They're good to go. And I'm not a parent myself, but as an adult and a grown up with nieces and nephews, I'm good for it as well too. I'll say, hey, you want my phone? You want to watch what is it, Coco Melon? You just play the music and they're gone. That's it. You give them the phone. It's more like it's almost digital babysitting, if you will, where you can give a child a phone, a tablet, a computer, or whatever it is, and once they get in there, they're good. They're good to go. Shout out Latif in the chat room as well, too. Good to see your brother Latif. But yeah, the kids nowadays, I really think that internet, social media is their life. I think it's a way for them to avoid staying out of trouble, I think, with parents. And that's it. Jam Tomb says exactly the heck is what I'm working on with my niece and nephews. I wasn't given the skills to deal with my neurodivergence without masking, so I'm teaching them. Also, they are tech addicts, and it's a definite issue. I can understand that. All right, David, do we have anybody else on, David? If not, guys, y'all make sure that you feel free to chat as well, too. I just want to make sure that everybody else is doing good as well, too. So if you want to, we got about 5 to 10 minutes left. If you want to join on the StreamYard and say how you're feeling today, please come on in and let me know. Again, today I'm about a 7 out of 10. You know, I went to Savannah on Tuesday to DJ a wedding, which was about 3.5 hour drive. And then I went on, decided to come back that night, which was, it wasn't a bad drive, but it was just like, man, that's 3.5 hours in the pitch black dark where you have time to sing like you're in the shower. I had my own concert. It was amazing. Didn't speed, but it was just a good time. I appreciated it. And the long drives by yourself make you appreciate a lot of stuff, and it makes you think. I think that's why I like doing long distance driving, because it gives me a chance to get my thoughts out. No one's around. It's me, myself, the music, and I get a chance to get my thoughts out in the open. Nobody hears it but God in the universe, which I'm cool with. But it just feels good. And then, of course, I get to sing at the top of my lungs like nobody's watching. And then shout out to Tina Turner as well, too. We lost an icon yesterday. So it's been heavy. And I know that people need to believe and know that everything will be okay. That is the main thing as well. Yesterday I was off work, so I had a chance to just, when I say I slept all day yesterday, my gosh, I tried to get up and do his stuff, and that just didn't happen. I got nothing accomplished yesterday, but I'm okay with that. So today is a work day, but I'm doing some self-care for myself today. So this morning, it's just like I'm going to do my show. And then after this, I'm going to get my feet done. And then I'm going to work. Late day at work today. All right. Next up, we have Tiger. I'm going to play a song. Tiger, when we get back, we'll get right back to you. Like it or not, y'all stick around. Oh, Rebecca's on. It's coming through. You know she got a good story for you. All right, awesome. Next up on our line, we have Tiger. Tiger, good morning to you. Tiger, how are you, sir?
Morning, Bubba. You know, I'm all right. Like I said before, I'm rolling in at a 4 out of 10. You know, my old hoopty, it's got gas in it. You know, it's missing. You know, the front bumper, but you know, I'm rolling. I'm rolling, and I'm gonna get to where I need to be. That's what's important.
Amen. That's all that matters, right?
Exactly.
So, Tiger, other than that, how are you doing? I know you said you're about a 4 out of 10. What are some things that you can do or that you do that helps you progress along? I know that you have kids as well too, correct?
Yeah, I got one little boy turned 5. He actually lost his first tooth last night.
Oh man, really?
Hmm. Yep. So he got a little visit from the tooth fairy, and he got the last dollar I had in my wallet. So, but yeah, no, like what I do, I mean, to deal with, I mean, like I was saying before, I mean, who really is adjusted to deal with this capitalistic hellscape? You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
what the stuff that we're here doing, like, working like 40 hours a week, and often more than that, being on call 24/7 sometimes. I
hmm.
mean, no one was really built for this. Even like way back in the day, like we didn't work this hard. You
You're
know what I
right.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we're sort of dealing with something that we're not supposed to be adjusted to. But so what I do, because my employer doesn't know about me on the stream because I use very specific names online. I can mention
Mm-hmm.
what I do. I work from home, so my therapy is I have my therapist, the box of X that I keep next to me. So
Which is honestly, I think it's pretty good therapy as well too. I
oh
have
yeah,
the
yeah,
5 of the PS that is my therapist as well, and they work very well together. Tiger, they really do.
exactly. But yeah, no, so that's what I do. I'll sit there and whenever a customer calls in, it just really the because I work at a place where they get to call in and cuss me out because I'm a supervisor. But
Mm.
so
Woo.
when I get one of those, I take a moment, woosah. All right, I'm gonna go customize the character real quick, and then I'm gonna hop back on the line, see how I'm doing. All right, we're good, we got this, we're good. So, but yeah, no, it's just like. And when it also comes down to it with dealing with mental health, like I was saying, also like I'm not really built for this. I'm artistic. I want to create things. I don't want to be
Right.
sitting here working 9 to 5. And I think that's an issue that we have across our typically really the world. We don't have a good space for people who are creative to reach out with their outlets and to create
Mm-hmm.
things and build things and invent things even because we're too busy trying to survive. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think there was a quote. I forget who said it. That I'm less impressed by Einstein's ability to calculate, and I more grieve for the lives that were lost in the field.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So there was genius that could have been there, but that did not have the opportunity to grow. So
Wow.
that's really what we're all dealing with right now. So I mean, who knows? There could be people who have ideas for the next hit TV show. Someone could
Mm-hmm.
even have the scientific know-how to create
Right.
something that could change our entire planet for the better. But we'd never know because we're all stuck in working these dead end jobs, just
Hmm.
trying to keep a roof over our heads.
Oh, Tiger said a mouthful right there, y'all. We're
Hmm.
all in these dead end jobs, just trying to keep a roof over our heads, trying to keep the lights on, trying to keep gas in the car, trying to keep the kids
Exactly.
fed. And it's just like it gets no better. You working all these jobs because the main job you're working, it's not enough to for the cost of living. It's really not. So you have to start doing any and everything else to make sure that you can survive, i.e. DJing. That's my boss said to me the other day. He's like, since I had to take off work Tuesday and Wednesday, he's like, man, why you took Wednesday off? I'm like, well, if I was making enough money at this job, I wouldn't have to DJ on the side and do all this doggone traveling to DJ. I don't want to. I honestly told a lot of people that I'm finished, like I'm tired of DJing. But I know that this power has to stay on, this car has to be paid for, this rent has to be paid. I have to have somewhere to stay. So I have to do what I have to do to make ends meet, which is DJing all over the place and doing events that I don't want to do. I will say now that I'm very specific on the events that I do, and I'm picky. If it's a ratchet ass party, I'm not gonna DJ it. If it's for some badass kids, I'm not gonna DJ it. I'm selective now. I've learned that that's what I have to do. because I have to protect my own mental health, my space, and not only that, my own safety. Simple as that. Shout out again to Tiger for calling in this morning as well too, and shout out to the family as well too. Tiger helps us out as well. That does some of our stories. So Tiger, we greatly appreciate you. We love you as well too. So again, y'all, mental health is something that everyone needs to check up on. Everyone needs to. We have to make sure that we're good, because we can't be good to others if we're not good ourselves. So make sure that you're doing what you need to do to take care of yourselves. That's the main thing. All right. One more caller that we have today, and we'll wrap it up for the day. We have one and only Lateef on the line. What's going on, brother Lateef? Good to see you. Hear you, should I say?
What's up, family? What's going on? What's happening?
I'm good, sir. How you doing today, brother? What's your mental health rating for today out of 10, would you say?
Mental health rating out of 10. I think I'm at an 8 right now. Probably because I'm on the way to like a first visit doctor's appointment. Just changed my PCM.
Okay.
So, those first visits is always a little bit anxiety that comes with it, because you don't know the doctor. You just going for the first time. All that.
What you're talking about.
You know what I mean? So it's about a 7 to 8, but I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling comfortable because I done did this before. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like they can start pulling let's check here. It's, no, I ain't here for all that.
Exactly. No. It's the first visit, man.
No.
You know what we do. You get to know me, I'm getting to know you. That's it.
Exactly. But how you doing, Bubba? It's good to see you.
Brother, I'm good, man. I can't complain at all. Always good to hear you and see you as well, too, man. It's been too long, and I definitely got to make my trip down there to make sure I see you.
No doubt, because it's even though people are telling us, not to visit Florida. They're telling Black folks not to come.
Yeah,
we ain't got time for all that. That shit don't. That stuff don't help.
Don't
help. Because we still got to move around this country. Period. It's racism, and people don't like Black folks everywhere. Good as a trip advisor.
It's Georgia, Tennessee. It's all over the country. So when I saw that Florida is recommending that, and I know it's all just. It's politics. It is what it is. It's politics. It's because DeSantis is being an asshole that the NAACP, let's try to pull some of his Black funding. And I know it's a lot of HBCUs there, and I know it's a good bit of Black people there, but at the end of it, man, Florida is a retirement state. A lot of these white folks go to Florida to retire. So that's what the base is. Now, would he transpose and use good to anywhere else across the country? Who knows? We'll see what Ron is going to do, but hate to see it. Brother Lateef, tell me before you get out of here, what's some of the things that you do for yourself to help your mental health and make sure that you're staying good and staying at a good, healthy level?
You know what? I'll coming up on my 47th birthday next month.
Wow. Okay.
In July. I've had, plenty of practice of working on that. I think it just comes down to taking time for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
However you choose to positively cope with that, however you choose to positively reflect, just spending time to yourself. Period. It comes down to spending that time with yourself, focusing on what you want to do next and putting that into action.
Mm-hmm.
And making sure that along the way you have a positive impact on the people around you while you're doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Brother Lateef, man. Lateef always drops some gems. Excuse me. And when I tell you, he has some of the best wisdom that I know, bro, I love you, man. Thank you so much for everything you do, Lateef, bro, man. If it wasn't for you, I appreciate you, dog. Just know I appreciate you, bro, okay?
No doubt. Much love to you. Much love to the chat.
And man,
it takes a community
absolutely
to do this.
Yes, and you got to let me know what you're doing for your 47th, man. I'm gonna pull up wherever you are. I got you.
No doubt. I got you, Bubba. I wish I had more time with y'all. Next time I won't be so all over the place while I'm trying to get out this door. But love y'all. Peace to the chat. Love the chat. Love you,
I
Bubba.
love you, brother, man. Thank you again to Latif, man. We appreciate it. Tell the girls and the kids I said hey as well, too, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you in the chat rooms. Y'all don't understand. The past 3 years, y'all have made me a happier person. I can say that. And there used to be times where I used to be, my gosh, before I started doing the Benjamin Dixon morning show with what was it called at first? The Morning Trap. The Morning Trap. Before we started doing that, man, I was just in a very, very, very dark place where I didn't think that I was going to pull myself out from. And Benjamin Parcell, Percival Dixon came in and said, hey, man, why don't you come do this for me? Why don't you come do a party and we'll go from there? And when I tell you the rest is history, shout out to Benjamin P. And shout out to Rebecca. If it wasn't for y'all, man, I don't know where I would be. I probably wouldn't even be here. So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Shout out to David as well, too. David is cool, for the most part. Love you, David. All right. So, y'all, I want to appreciate y'all and thank y'all again for tuning in. But before we get out of here, we got another video clip that I want y'all to see. And yeah, it's about social media. David, run that clip, please.
Are you Boxing Mad 69 on Twitter?
Yeah.
On the 23rd of April, you tweeted, Garcia staying down after a body shot, pathetic, would never be me.
So?
Do you stand by that?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, in you come.
Joe?
Okay, so maybe you want to think before you tweet next time, yeah? Well, people have gotten way too comfortable talking on Twitter, especially since Elon Musk took over. So if someone steps out of line, we just pay them a visit. Right, next up we have a Brian Thomas, or @Harland_GOAT2657, and he tweeted, I could be any professional women's boxer with one hand tied behind my back.
Okay, Natasha, you're up.
It's about providing accountability for what people say on social media.
Yep. And the big fight nights are especially busy for us.
Stop! Stop! I'll never tweet about boxing again.
Make sure you don't, yeah? Good lad. We're done. On to the next one. Okay, we'll be right there. Someone has just tweeted, anyone outside the heavyweight top 5 is a bum.
Thomas, you're up.
Sometimes just the threat of action is enough.
I'll delete the tweet. I'll delete the tweet.
See? Tweet deleted. While on other occasions, we have to really think outside the box to make our point.
Social Squad. Who? You tweeted, WWE is fake. I'd rather have a bath with me nan than watch wrestling.
What are you going to do about it? Pretend to knock me out with a steel chair?
Not exactly.
Nan.
Let's get that bath running, shall we?
I'll delete the tweet. I'll delete the tweet.
Oh, I dropped my soap. Can you get it from me, sweetheart? The soap.
It's definitely a few people that damn need that. Yeah, you. So in this tweet, you said you'll do what? Okay, say less. Watch this. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it again for another Bonnet Chronicles with your boy DJ Exclusive James Bubba Williams. Man, I hope that you all enjoyed everything that we talked about today, man. Our mental health check-in, just making sure that you all are okay and that we're doing good. So before I do leave you though, if you have not already, patreon.com/likeItOrNot, patreon.com/likeItOrNot. That gives you all the access that you need, of course, to the Benjamin Dixon Show, Like It or Not with Rebecca Azor, Bonnet Chronicles with DJ Exclusive, and also the patron parties. So make sure that if you have not done so today, patreon.com/likeItOrNot, patreon.com/likeItOrNot. And if you also like what I've done here, feel free to give directly. DJ X3C on Patreon. DJ X3C on Venmo and Cash App, and DJ Exclusive on PayPal. pal. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, man. And also my Twitch, man. I forgot I've had a Twitch now for years, and it's there. So if you're on Twitch, go ahead and follow me, add me, DJX3C, DJX3C on Twitch, and help me get my followers up. I only got 2 because I was testing it out and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So make sure that y'all go subscribe for me, please. And of course, it wouldn't be me if I did not give y'all a damn dad joke. So here we go. If I'm reading their lips correctly, my neighbors are arguing about some creepy guy next door. If I'm reading their lips correctly, my neighbors are arguing about some creepy guy next door. Oh man, this one is for Brian. Brian West, shout out to you. Good morning. I heard that you love my dad jokes. So here we go. I got arrested today for walking out of an art museum with the painting. I'm just so confused because earlier when I asked the security if I could take a picture, they said yes. Dumbass. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for another Beard Bonnet Chronicles. I love y'all so much. Thank you for everything you've done for us and for the show. Make sure that y'all tune in Saturday, 10 a.m. for Like It or Not with Rebecca Azor. You don't want to miss it. Make sure that you are there, and I will see y'all on Saturday. Music incoming. Love y'all so much, man. Shout out to Mix B also as well, too, who's down in Orlando doing her damn show, man. And when I tell y'all, it looks like a good one. I'll see y'all on Saturday. Oh, wait a minute. Last but not least, your affirmation for the day. My ideas and feelings are important. Ooh, say it again for the people in the back. My ideas and feelings are important. Love y'all, mean it. The Beard Bonnet is off. See y'all Saturday. Deuces.
Don't matter what is standing in her way, cause you know she's getting through it. So don't despair. She's got what you want. She's got what you need. You know she's got everything. So boy, don't you cry. Leave all your worries behind. Just come to mama. Come on. Just come to mama. She'll take care of all of your drama. Baby boy. Just come to mama. She's gonna make it alright. She doesn't always feel like she's a queen, but you better not forget it. So bend the knee. And if you wanna be a knight, you better prove your loyalty. You better listen to me. She's got what